Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you are new here, hi, my name is Nishitha. I upload videos on product reviews, mainly foundations, get ready with me's, sometimes reviews on skincare and also makeup tutorials. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. And in today's video, I'm going to test out NoMakeup foundation serum. This is from the brand Perricone MD. I know I love a good makeup look. So this foundation is called NoMakeup foundation. So I was curious to see how this would perform. I've barely seen any reviews on this product, but I do know that it's crazy expensive. I think it's what, $62 for 1 ounce of $60 for 1 ounce of product, and you have only 8 shades. I got the shade golden. That's the only one seemed like a good match. And 8 shades it's not even worth talking about. Obviously, we know that that's very, very less. But this foundation is supposed to be a mixture of both makeup and also skincare benefits in it. And this comes with SPF 20. I was just looking at the ingredients and it has zinc oxide, which means it is a physical sunscreen. But it does have dimethicone in it. Other than that, I didn't see any other harmful ingredients, at least that I know of. I didn't see any fragrance. And if you have dry skin issues, this doesn't have alcohol either. So I'm curious to see how this performs. I'm not expecting like a very high coverage with this foundation, but I still wanted to even out my skin tone and probably make my skin look really healthy and glowy. And I was also looking at their website and I've gone through some of the comments. Looks like they might have reformulated this recently, and so many people are saying the old formula was better. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see how this works out. And by the way, on my package it says that this foundation will expire on February 2021. So yeah, that's all the information that I have on this foundation. So let's get to the application. And one more con that I want to say right now is that whatever shade you get, it's not listed on the packaging itself. So I had to look up on my order and confirm which shade I ordered. But you don't see that in the packaging. So this is the golden shade that I got. And I'm also going to swatch that on my face. Seems like an okay match. So it says apply evenly with fingertips, sponge or brush and blend in circular motions. Reapply as necessary to build a desired coverage. But I have a feeling even if I build up the coverage, I don't think it's going to give me like even medium coverage. But that's okay, I don't mind that. If it's supposed to be that no makeup product, it's fine. So let's start. I'm gonna probably do some drops Instagram style. I usually wouldn't do this with my other foundations, but applicator is making me do that way. So I'm gonna take a few drops on the back of my hand. First I'm gonna use a brush on this side and see what coverage I'm getting. By the way, the glow that you're seeing is not from the foundation. I used my Kiehl's sunscreen underneath. That's probably why I'm looking a little bit shiny. But I don't think it's from the foundation. I feel like that's nice, but I also think that it's looking a little bit grayish in this area, whereas in this area it seems perfectly fine. I was hoping the coverage would be even lighter than this, but I'm honestly surprised. It was able to, cover probably, I want to say 70% of my acne spots here. I'm pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting that much coverage, probably because of the brush. Also, it's giving me a little bit more coverage. First, I'm going to try Beauty Blender on this side. And if I feel like most of the product is being soaked up, I'm going to use my fingers and blend it out. Most of us, at least for me, on a day-to-day basis, I like to use my fingers because it's just quicker. I definitely got more coverage with a brush on the other side. I'll try to use my fingers. I'm not sure with the fingers. I don't think it's giving me the most seamless application ever. I'll just use my fingers to buff that in and add some more in this area to see if I can build up the coverage. The side of my face I feel like looks far better when compared to the side of my face. Probably because of, the way I applied it. So let's try that. Actually, you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised by the coverage it's giving me. I thought it was going to be very sheer. But you can actually build up the coverage. I feel like I got like almost medium coverage, but I don't think I want to layer more than this. I feel like I've already used a little bit more foundation than I usually do when compared to my other foundations, because this one within the single drop you won't have that much of pigment since it's a really sheer foundation. So I felt like I did use like about 3 to 4 pumps to cover my entire face and to get the desired coverage. So far it looks good. It feels very weightless on the skin. It looks like my skin but better. It has evened out my skin tone, but it is giving me some discoloration around my chin. That's something I'm noticing. And it doesn't look makeupy or heavy. I did go in with like 2 to 3 layers in this area. It looks okay. I'll definitely have to use some concealer to do some spot concealing. So far so good. I mean, am I wowed by it? Probably not. I feel like my other foundations, which has a little bit more coverage, that are way less expensive, do the same thing if I share them out with like a beauty oil or something. But I think probably this foundation is more expensive because of the skincare thing mixed into it. We'll see how it performs throughout the day. So right now it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna wear this foundation for the rest of my day. But for now I'm gonna go off camera, finish the rest of my makeup. When I get back I'll tell you guys how everything layered on top, and then I'll continue with the wear test. So yeah, I'll see you all in a bit. So guys, I'm back. I finished the rest of my makeup off camera, and while I had no issues blending out anything on top, I still feel like, I don't know, this foundation is kind of sitting on top of my skin. It's not meshing in with my skin really well. It's been like 40 minutes since I last saw you guys. I think I started applying my makeup around 10:20 or so. So yeah, it's been half an hour. And I feel like it's just sitting on top of my skin, even the areas, especially in the areas where I layered it. So far it's good. I don't know, for $60, it's not justifying the price tag yet. We'll see how it performs for the rest of my day. But so far it's okay, I think. And it feels a little bit tacky to the touch, and I do see like very slight transfer. So we'll see if that affects the longevity of this foundation at all. I'll try not to touch my face all that much. And I did set my concealer in place with some powder, but other than that I didn't set anywhere else. A little bit maybe in this area where I didn't want to have any shine. But so far, I mean, it's okay. It's not something that's making me say, oh wow, you need this foundation right now. The only problem is that it's just sitting on top of my skin. That's my only concern. But I feel like the other parts of my makeup blended out really well. Like concealer layered really well in this area, and contour, bronzer, blush, everything went on fine as well. So I'll continue with the wet test now. I'm gonna keep this on for the rest of my day. And at the end, when I get back, I'll show you guys more close-ups. So yeah, I'll see you all in about 7 to 8 hours. Hey guys, it's currently 4:30 right now. I wanted to do like a middle of the day check-in. If it's 4:30, then it's been 6 hours since I started the wear test. But I can already tell I do not like how this foundation is sitting on my skin. It's making me look very shiny, first of all. Not just in the studio lighting, even in person, I look a little bit oily. And it's like gathering around my nose and in the areas where I layered it. First of all, it's not giving the same amount of coverage, especially on my acne spots. And yeah, it's just looking cakey. I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like a makeup foundation. I'll come in closer so you guys can see. See, it's gathering around my nose. It's kind of exaggerating my pores also. See, all the coverage. It looks like I haven't applied any foundation in this area. So far, not feeling so great about this foundation, especially for the price tag. It's not justified. I'll hold off the rest of my thoughts for my final check-ins. So yeah, I'll see you all at the end of my day. Guys, I'm back. It's currently 6:40 p.m. So I've had this foundation on. I think I started the wear test, started the video around 9:30. So let's say it was 10 o'clock. Almost 9 hours since I've had this foundation on. And nothing much has changed since the last check-in. I meant to say, like, it hasn't gotten worse, but I still feel the same way that I did 2 hours ago. For a no makeup foundation, I don't think this looks very natural on my skin, even though it feels lightweight. I don't think it layers that well where you can build up the coverage. I mean, the coverage is pretty decent with one layer, but you have more things that you want to cover. This will not be enough for you, and when you layer it, it doesn't sit very well on top of the skin. I mean, the foundation is still on my skin, but I feel like it's separating it, in some areas. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it feels like it's sitting on top of my skin. It's not becoming one with my skin, but you can still see the rest of my makeup intact, like my highlighter, bronzer and everything. But the foundation on its own, it's not my favorite. I want to say I'm still looking the same way I did like 7 hours ago. The amount of shininess I'm talking about, it didn't make me look extra oily after that, but I feel like, especially on my forehead and my T-zone, I do see like oil speaking through, and it's making me look shiny. I don't see any no makeup aspect to it. It does look like foundation on my skin. It is looking makeupy at this point as well. So I personally wouldn't recommend this foundation. If you want like a natural looking foundation for day to day, I would say try the NYX Angel Wear. Laura Mercier one has like a great tinted moisturizer. Those are the things that I can think of my head. I actually have other foundations that are medium coverage. When I want to make them look natural on my skin, I try to use a little bit or share them out with any glow products or any of my moisturizers, and they tend to look much more natural when compared to this foundation. So you could probably get the similar look with your already existing foundations and get a better wear throughout the day, but you don't have to go out and spend your $60 on this foundation. I read some comments online, so they did say that they might have changed the formula. Maybe before it was good, but with the current formula, with this one, I'm not a big fan of it, and I personally would not recommend you waste your money on this. So that completes this review. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any of my uploads, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!